Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are cooking dumpling as well as chicken stroganoff. So please do join us. The following are all the ingredients for both the dumpling and the chicken stroganoff. I will be using 4 cups of flour. Any sort of flour will work. You may use self-rising flour. Any kind of flour really will do. I will be adding 2.5 milliliters of salt. That is, I think, half a teaspoon of salt. Also adding to the mix 125 milliliters of sugar. That is half a cup of sugar. Adding 1 sachet of yeast. We will add 250 milliliters of milk in a separate bowl. And 125 grams of butter in together with the milk so that we warm it up. You may use any butter. I've mixed margarine and salted butter. You can also add a little bit more than 125 grams. Put it together with the milk and warm it up with a microwave. Please make sure that the butter has melted almost completely before adding into the dry mixture. I hadn't mixed the dry mixture together there, but before you add the milk and the melted butter in the dry mixture, just ensure that you add all the dry ingredients together. Make sure everything is blended nicely together. And then you just pour the warm milk and the melted butter into the dry mixture. Gently mix it up. Add some 250 milliliters of water. Make sure your water is lukewarm. In the beginning of the video, I forgot to tell you or to make sure that you've washed your hands. Now it's time to wash your hands again. Ensure to wash with soap and ensure that your hands are clean so that you knead the dough gently. When you add a little bit of flour, the dough stops being sticky. So in order to prevent the stickiness, the dough sticking onto your hands, you add a little bit of flour bit by bit. This helps the dough get off of your hands and mix nicely. So at this point we are kneading the dough gently while we are adding a little bit of more flour to ensure that the dough does not stick and the dough mixes nicely and it will form a nice ball by the end of our mixing, or our kneading rather. You can use a different bowl to put the dough, the kneaded dough, and cover it with a plastic. Make sure the plastic is airtight and there's no air coming in, and you go put it outside in the sun. You can cover it with a towel or a blanket just to ensure that it gets enough heat. Also, when it's in the sun, it's able to raise. You will leave it for nothing less than 1 hour. So over an hour, and anything above an hour, even 2 hours should do. But be careful when you leave it out for too long in the heat or in the sun, it'll go sour. But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of sour dumpling as long as it's not too sour. Here we're getting our preps ready for the chicken stroganoff. So I've got an onion, green pepper, red pepper and yellow pepper, as well as mushroom. Make sure you wash them nicely and you chop them up. Chop up the chicken into cubes or strips. Ensure everything is nicely washed and clean. Here our chicken was marinated in some paprika, smoked paprika, as well as salt and pepper. Left it in the fridge for a couple of days. We will be frying the mushrooms separately in a saucepan and the chicken separately in a pot. We will be able to mix all our ingredients together, so make sure the pot is a bit spacious. But the mushrooms you can do in a saucepan. Here I'm adding a little bit of more salt and pepper into my chicken. When frying the mushroom, feel free to use some butter, margarine. Here I've used olive oil. Just adding my favorite thing into the chicken, garlic, add as much as you like. I'm adding in a little bit more olive oil as I'm trying to brown it. Add some onion into the chicken. The best thing to mix the mushroom with is some plain flour. However, I tried being all experimental here and I've mixed my mushroom with some soup packet, Norg's soup packet, the mutton and vegetable flavor. I just wanted to see what kind of a flavor I'd get, which I was happy with in the end. So you can try any soup packet, but the best consistency when you done with your gravy that you'll get is when you use flour. We seem to be done frying the mushroom there. And back to the chicken. Whatever water, excess water is left in the chicken pot, we just throw it out into an empty bowl. That's our broth. We're going to use it later. You can also use any other broth later, of course. We threw that water out because we'd like to fry the chicken. So we want to brown the chicken, fry it so that it's nice and brown. I see mine is not brown enough, but yeah, there's other ways to do it. There's many ways to skin a cat, as long as you can get the chicken, the garlic, as well as the onion browned eventually. Adding a little bit of olive oil so that we can carry on frying. Since we took out the water, but we also just want it to be brown. We want it fried. Adding the rest of all our ingredients together, including some broth. After the broth, we also add some milk to get the right amount of gravy and consistency. We then go back to our dumpling. We fetch it from outside. As you can see, the sun has gotten it and it raised. Now that I've opened it, it went down a bit, but we can see that it raised because, as you can see, it's nice and consistent and it came together. This will make 2 of these bowls, these enamel bowls. So in this enamel bowl, I poured some olive oil and I put some of the olive oil on my hands as well so that I can be able to separate the dough into 2. And I put the dough into my bowl of enamel and cover the other dough. I've checked up on my stew and I'm adding these mixed vegetables, these seasonal mixed vegetables. They are a Woolworths brand. They're my favorite. Woolies has got the best frozen vegetables money can buy, so yeah, very recommendable. I'm adding those into my chicken stroganoff. Add more milk as you see fit, for as long as you don't have the correct consistency. Also, it depends on how wet you want your stew to be, so I'm adding more milk onto mine because I will be eating it with dumpling, so the more the gravy, the better. I've added a little bit of more salt and pepper because I've added more milk. That means my seasoning is needed a little bit more. Back to the dumpling. In an empty pot, pour a little bit of boiling water, enough to cover half of the enamel bowl and cover. Make sure it's air sealed tight. You put a brick or anything heavy on top of the lid and you let it boil for 45 minutes to an hour. There is absolutely no need to pour in the pepper sauce as we have enough flour, enough butter, enough milk and enough pepper to get our homemade pepper sauce. So this is a very favorite of mine from Woolworths. You can always try it out while making other dishes, but for this dish, ours is naturally made in this dish. so we don't have to pour this one in. While mixing everything up, be sure to taste it to ensure that everything is put together in the correct way and the taste is coming together fine. Do not be afraid to taste what you're cooking. "45 to 50 minutes later, and our dumpling is ready. So from a high heat of 6 to a medium heat of 4, we left our dumpling boiling for 45 to 50 minutes, and just in time while the water just ran out. I was actually in fact just checking the water, but I see the water is finished, and the dumpling is ready. I've put it on long enough, and now we're just gonna cut it. I was supposed to stick a knife inside just to make sure that the dough doesn't stick on the knife. If it sticks on the knife, it means it's not done yet. But if it doesn't, it means it's done. But I'll have confidence in this one. As you can see, it's nicely cooked. Now we put the last of our dough back into the enamel bowl and we boil it again. And now for the dishing up. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, please follow me on my Instagram page, which is Dumpling 1 at Dumpling 1. So yeah guys, I hope you do enjoy trying out this Dombolo or dumpling recipe as well as the chicken stroganoff. Cheerio!